Welcome to Subramani. One thing when I talk about investing in equities, I can only tell you what worked for me. And you have to remember that it worked for me in the 80s, 90s, and maybe even recently. But whether it will work for you going forward is something which you have to decide. So please consult some expert on equity investing or on mutual fund investing before you plunge. DIY is not a great way to destroy wealth. Make sure that you sit, learn, understand, and then decide what you want to do with your money. The examples I like to give people who have lost money include Albert Einstein and Sir Isaac Newton. They were perhaps the most celebrated scientists in their times, and they both got ripped off. In fact, Albert Einstein lost most of his money got in a Nobel Prize in the equity markets, right? So that is a little scary. So I used to look for, in the 1980s, completely intuitively. I was not yet, even before I became a chartered accountant, is to say how much dividend that this company give. Now I have one advantage of having done that. Only a good, successful, regular, honest company will reward its shareholders with dividend, right? So make no mistake, I am not saying that companies which don't pay dividend are not good. Some of the best companies like the Microsoft and Berkshire Hathaway and Google did not pay dividend for very long periods of time. But when a company pays a dividend, two things are very clear. Then you can trust that FCF, the free cash flow, which means that statement is now trustworthy and saying yes, the company has cash. That, believe me, eliminates a huge number of companies which you will not even feel like touching based on other factors, because it does not pay dividend, which means you're not sure about the cash flow that it has. That is a very good thing. And then you also look for a good PE and say, I want a PE of less than 20 or less than 25 or whatever number that you put. It again means you will end up not overpaying. You may love a company, but if it's PE of 40, you will say, let me just wait. I know as a value investor or as a dividend investor, there is tremendous reward for waiting, or else I will not pick up that share. You're not investing 2,500 crores, which has to be invested in a week, right? You're investing maybe 50 lakhs, 20 lakhs, or maybe 50 crores, but not really something which very big that you need to invest in everything that comes your way. So when you do a dividend based investing and dividend yield investing, you really eliminate a lot of frauds which happen in the market, because frauds don't have cash to pay. So they may tell you that they have cash, but they don't have proof that by paying it to you. Whereas when a Colgate or an HDFC or HDFC Bank pays you a dividend, that's very clear that the quality of balance sheet is exactly what you see it, and it is not something fudged. So that's a huge comfort. I'm not talking of these companies as of today. I'm talking of these companies maybe in the 70s and 80s, when you had no proof to say. Today it's like saying, oh, it's HDFC Bank, but in 1994 or 1993, it was not spoken at the same tone with which it's being spoken of today. Anybody would have thought, oh my God, another startup bank, how will they survive? There is State Bank of India, which is so big, but have they not gone ahead of State Bank of India in terms of market cap, right? So very difficult to know what you're looking for. So one very, very good thing to look for as a value investor or as a dividend investor or as a retail investor without access to much data is dividend. Dividend is a very strong signal of information. It is coming, landing, hitting your bank account and saying, here is 2,500, here is 28,000, whatever be the amount. It is complete proof that the company has the cash flow to pay. And then you look for companies with 15 quarters of rising EPS, or say 4 years of rising dividend, or holding the payout ratio constant, which means the EPS is increasing, the dividend payout is increasing, which means they have a clear dividend policy that they will disburse 30% of what they are earning and 70% will get plowed back. The fact that so much is getting plowed back is actually a good sign, because I do not know how to invest invest the money. So a company with a high ROCE or a high RONW is a place where I'm very happy if I don't get any dividend. But the dividend, as I said, is a proof that it is a well-managed company. After I know it is well-managed and I've held it for a long period of time, if it doesn't pay dividend to me, it doesn't matter. But normally a company doesn't pay dividend in its initial stages when it has to invest. Later on, you don't expect a company which is big and running, Hindustan Unilever or an HDFC bank, to say, I can't pay dividend because I have to invest in technology. That doesn't happen. But it happens to an HDFC bank in 1994, it would have happened, or 1995, it would have happened. After 96, 97, I don't think they've skipped dividend except this year when the RBI diktat was banks should not pay dividends. So with that kind of a track record, company not paying me doesn't bother, but till the track record is established, I love to see the cash hitting my bank account, and I know that it's very, so these shares in the longer run turn out to be the safest to invest. Yes, it looks very boring and conservative, but you will very unlikely that you will lose money in a company which has got rising EPS over 15 quarters, which means 3-4 years. It has seen good times, bad times, right? So of course it can get into bad times with competition, etc. But largely it means you're avoiding overpaying for value, for growth, and you're refusing to overpay in terms of PE. Therefore that is happening, and the fact that there is cash coming in means the good quality of the management. And these are all signals which you need to pick up, right? If you had invested in HDFC in 1980, there was nothing to say, oh, this Mr. Deepak Parekh is going to do a great job. You're talking of maybe H.T. Parekh. You do not know how the handing over the baton will be. But those times the dividends are a good signal. Afterwards, if the company were not to pay dividend, I would be happy saying at least I'm saved the headache of wondering what to do with that. Unless, of course, I'm a dividend investor, then I have to buy shares of the same company. But that we will talk about separately.